Hey, this is Nasty Neal. This is dinner.
And a movie.
Ah,
Trying something new here today.
yeah.
So I don't know how many we can show up since we don't know what we're doing. So
Yeah.
just like a test run.
Right. So we went to see Boogeyman, the new Stephen King adaptation.
Just got out of it. Here we are, ready to bring our thoughts to you.
Yes. So I had never read the book. I tried to find, or the short story. I believe it's very, very short. It's from the 70s, very old. So I don't know anything about the source material. Yeah, we're back.
And three people here.
Yeah, hey.
Let us know.
And that might not. Yeah,
comments.
it's on the comments.
All right.
So,
Well, I'll notice.
yeah. But that's
They
also
just like
not
it's not
completely.
me.
That's also not always totally accurate.
Whoever's out there,
Sometimes.
like, what are these assholes? And they
Yeah.
left as soon as it came back on. Now there's one. See, we're scared you away. Sorry about that. All right, so here we are. Neal was just saying how he's been really counting down the Stephen King stuff and
Yes.
audiobooks. Did not find the short story Boogeyman by
Right.
Stephen King, which is older.
Yes.
And I think I don't
Yeah,
remember. It's like a really old.
yeah, it's very old. Yeah, there's a lot of. I actually found some of them, and they had. It's the one that's got the Lawnmower Man and Quitters Inc.
Interesting.
And so I found an audiobook collection of them. It was actually called the Lawnmower Man and Other Stories from multiple. And so I was like, oh, cool. So I listened to it all, and Boogeyman was done. A lot of cool short stories was on it. And I would suggest, and it was funny because they must have put that out when the Lawnmower Man movie came out. And it's like super short, like 10 minutes maybe, or maybe even shorter. And it has that's the honestly, people can argue with me all they want, but in my opinion, that holds the record for the most unlike absolutely no connection whatsoever from the source material to the film. People told me The Running Man, and while there is a huge difference, very little to do. At least it's somewhat of semblance of story.
Well, I'm wondering what you think when you finally get access to the story.
Right.
Because I'm not impressed.
No, this was a very boring film. Very dark and dreary.
Formulaic to
Yes.
to fault.
It's like
beyond a fault.
it's like someone just sat down and just like this is like the first draft of like a movie. Like let's make a movie about the Boogeyman. And honestly, even that was lame. Like in my mind, I don't know what I would think of the Boogeyman to make a Boogeyman movie. Yeah, man, he's not a creature thing. Yeah.
Creepypasta, dude. But it was like a creepypasta.
The scariest part of him is when you just see his eyes.
Yeah, because then you see his face, it's like, what the?
Yeah,
I don't even know what
super
that was.
CG, and he's probably the drawn picture's creepier than the dude. It seems like I had seen that CG monster in other things. It kind of seemed like Cloverfield Lane, the little monsters that are running around underground. And it seems very, like you said, formulaic, things I've seen many, many times.
Oh yeah, and it made me think maybe maybe it's I'm like a faded space where I don't want to see. Like it's like
they're just saying struggling to hear Annabelle a bit, so maybe just need to see.
Can you do this? Can you do this?
Ooh. Yeah, this is the first attempt at this, but hopefully it's working, and we can see people. So this is very cool. Look, we can even pop up the comments. So this is fun.
Hey, I really appreciate Facebook user that let us know about. I appreciate this.
Yes.
I was a little self-conscious for
Yeah.
it later, but thank you. Let me know if it's still not working because we'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying something and not just me in silence.
Yeah, very good. And we're glad this is working.
Yeah.
Because I do think this will add a fun element if we could interact with people.
Yes. So yeah.
Diablo
Joe,
Joe.
what's up?
By the way, Diablo Joe, amazing audio review.
I'm so
I really think it's a great idea, and your everything about it I thought was awesome. It really inspired me to do like a. I hoped it was a cool video, and so I really love it. I think it's an awesome addition to the thing.
Thanks very much, Joe. What we got here?
That was Dad Pool. Oh, Ashley.
Oh, Ashley, hey.
Another one of our reviewers, Ashley. It's Ashley. Not sure why it shows me as Facebook user, but loving the energy of your book. Well, thanks.
Wow, they're getting more people now.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
That was very cool. Hi, guys. So, yeah, very formulaic. Not exciting. It's like, here's a family with a single dad struggling and doing his best. Deceased mom. Sometimes it's deceased dad. It's like,
Yeah, it's always a single
parent. Which I'm not mocking that. It's just this is part of the new report.
Yeah.
I don't even know. It's so boring to even discuss.
Yeah, I tried to stay. I thought I was trying to stay awake. It's the boogeyman should keep you like, oh man, it's the boogeyman. I can't go to sleep now. And it was the opposite. I was like, I just want to go to take a nap.
Alternatively, there were some like teens.
Yeah, they were super.
That were so loud.
If the movie was better, I would have been a little pissed. I think, yeah.
Yeah, one of these kids was like, he was really screaming at the dumbest jump scare shit.
Yeah, I mean,
just like,
I'm not anti-jump scare either, like some people. But that's all this had going, and that can enhance a movie if there's some atmosphere or you build up some dread. But
they were scary. You know, some of the building, like the last scene, I thought, all right, that was kind of creepy because maybe, but then at the like final, I thought was just like, I don't know, planned jump scares, unoriginal, single parent making it work. So they had bullies in it, like they threw all these things like, oh, this one kid's being bullied. So sad.
Yeah, they just show up kind of out of the blue, and
well, they're like in school, and immediately there's like one bully that's like very hateful. There's like the kind of toadies, and you do want that wretched bitch to get like.
Yeah, but you never even see him again.
You see him in the house. Because then, for whatever reason, the bullies are welcome in this.
Yeah, well, I mean, after the one scene, yeah, like that's at the end of it.
Yeah, well, so they're in the school. It doesn't matter. There's bullies to like add to the depth of this world. It really didn't help. It didn't help.
Joe's got another audio review for us coming up.
Nice.
Very exciting. And you credit Annabelle the idea. Very
I
nice.
credit you for taking that idea because I know basically no one wants to be perfect. People are very self-conscious about their voice, but you do have a very unique, excellent voice. You got a great tone range, so you were perfect for it.
Hello, Pepe Poteet, who is our the newsman on the street, Pepe Poteet. I like to include everyone here.
What else we got for the kid peeing? Oh, a small kid is so scared to be peeing. That's like happened in every scary movie about a single parent family.
Yeah.
Like the last year. Everyone's peeing, Neal.
It is.
Peeing his pants is cool.
It's what all the kids are doing. I think that was weird dialogue talking about like I've seen you pee a million times. That was the friend was like talking to her over the in the bathroom stall.
Oh, that must have been one of my napkins.
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, maybe that's. I don't know. I don't watch my buddies pee, but maybe. Yeah.
You can't take away from my viewing experience. I'll have time to. I mean, sometimes I'll fall asleep in a movie and I'll feel real bad. I missed something and I'm sad. I didn't fall asleep that much. When I did, I missed what? They're in the fucking stall talking about.
It's just super dark, and that's fine for a horror movie, but every scene's dark.
Oh, you mean visually?
Visually, yeah. I wasn't like, oh, I'm so scared, it's so dark.
Yeah, it's not like horrifically dark.
And after a while, I'm like, why do they have the lights turned off all the time? They're all scared all the time. Yeah.
So these plastic things, the kids got like Christmas stripes that go off and on.
Yeah,
Around it,
yeah.
like just
That's another thing I've seen in a million movies with the light that goes on, so you see the monster every once in a while. I remember there was one movie when they were doing the camera, and that was like kind of the first time I saw it. It was kind of neat, but I've seen it a million times.
I also put
No.
but they acted fine. I don't think the acting is
No, it's not a great script at all.
no, it's so stupid. No one says anything unique. It's nothing that happens that is inspiring in any way. I don't like the actors. I think the effects were maybe it was CG, but I think it's good. Otherwise, I don't really like the science creature, but yeah, I like to say that. I don't know. I think they're some stripes again, and they're just trying to
Yeah,
make
it's
something
just
so broad that anyone's gonna watch it.
Yeah, and horror is popular right now. People, it's one of the things that is like guaranteed to get like some viewers. So if you make a moderately budget horror movie, it's going to make money. And so it's like that's just, and you got Stephen King's name involved in it. But there's nothing in it that's interesting.
It was super safe. What was it rated?
I'm not really positive. Yeah,
I can't see how.
This is a totally missable movie. There's nothing memorable about it. I can't imagine people talking about it like for years.
I'm gonna buy the DVD.
Yeah.
Keep it wrapped for eternity.
I can't imagine, in 20 years, people buying all the Boogeyman T-shirts and all the websites they're putting out. Yeah.
True.
I mean, even ones that aren't great, like the ones with the big cars. At least it's a memorable movie with the cars that are Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like that.
It's not a great Maximum Overdrive is not a great Stephen King movie, but it's memorable and it's original. And stuff happens, and everyone remembers the Green Goblin car.
Definitely. Car? Is it a car or is it in front of
The truck.
Yeah.
But no one can remember anything of this.
Hot dog mouth?
Of course, someone else would tell me it's great. But trust me. Come back in 10 years.
Special. If you just want, you know what? If this could be considered one of these popcorn films.
Right.
If you just want to go out and watch a horror movie.
Those kids behind us seem to have a good time.
Sure.
They were laughing and yelling. They were very annoying. If I liked this movie more, I'd have been really pissed. But I didn't even bother to yell, shut up or something.
Yeah. I
felt more like telling that after we left, and they were still doing that out in the lobby and stuff like that. Lord, shut up. The soundtrack was good, was it?
You know what? I was thinking about.
They did have a good. They had a. I mean, it was cool Elvis song at the end, but I wasn't really sure the relevance. But
I will say that when I was thinking about, what are the things that I really don't like? Because I didn't think the acting was bad, the writing was good. I think it was technically, like the soundtrack. I think technically it was all fine. It was just a boring.
Yeah. Sometimes that's worse. It's just a run of them. Honestly, when I get screeners for movies, the worst movies to me, worse than like just a really bad. If it's a really bad movie, but technically, but you could tell they were trying to do something original. There was like some love involved. There's fun involved. I look over a lot of the bad technical aspects. But something that's just totally run of the mill, even if it's technically well made and decently acted, whatever. To me, that's the worst kind of movie. I've seen worse movies, but it's just very run of the mill. Just something you can just watch. So
there's not a lot more to say about it. I think there really isn't. I don't know what else there would be to add. There's nothing to say about it other than it's technically good.
Something I forgot, which I'll add to future one. I'll add the little thing so we could actually put the our no longer P's, our separate heads.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about P again.
No. And I don't have the credits lined up, but I do have the intro, so it's cool.
Yeah, it's great. What else did we talk about? We just had the show. 2 nights ago. Pretty nice.
Yeah, it was a really fun show.
Yeah.
It was a New England independent horror show on, so you can check that on the YouTube page or Spotify. There's audio versions everywhere, but those are the 2 primary places I would like people to watch shows.
How about
Coming up to a lot of guests.
yeah, there's
This
a lot
loaded
of
month.
guests. One big, huge one is Timothy Fife.
Yes, Timothy Fife, the music of the month. Very cool guy. That'll be fun.
Yeah, we've known him for a while. He's
Yeah.
a local
Yeah.
that he started connecting with years.
Yeah,
Early.
let's be real.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah. He's someone that was weird that I found him as a friend of childhood friend.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. His name will be unsaid.
Right.
He unfriended me. Fuck that guy. That's a whole thing. I think I got envious of my horror lifestyle.
Oh, please. So don't forget to hit the like button. I think the kids say smash the like button.
Smash.
Yeah, smash the like button. Hit that bell icon. You supposedly get like. Leave comments and share this out to the world. Yeah. But so yeah, Timothy Fife. This week is Taneke Robson, who is very looking for this, a stunt double. For the Deadite Evil Dead Rise. And she sent all cool pictures that aren't even on her social media to use. I made a banner this morning before I left. It's up there. And then, so that'll be this Thursday. Next Thursday is the return of Jeremy Holm and Larry Fessenden. They're going to be talking about Brooklyn 45, which premieres this week on Shudder.
Excited to see it.
And they also have their own other movies coming out. Jeremy Holm had Black Mold, which premiered at Panic Fest.
Black Mold? What's
So,
that?
I don't know. I didn't get to see it yet.
Do you have any idea what it is? Black Mold?
No, but it sounds cool.
I can't tell if it sounds cool.
I think Jill 6 is involved. I'm not really sure what's about.
Jill 6 has been on the show a few times. Friendly.
Very nice.
Good
Yeah.
person.
And Larry also has a I forget the name of it, but he's got a werewolf movie coming.
Horror?
Yeah, no, I believe it's a horror.
I like both. But
Yeah. You're right.
I wonder what the werewolf looks like. Some werewolves are not good.
Jamie, I forget the last name, sorry, from Skinamarink. Yeah, Jamie Hill from Skinamarink.
Yeah, that's very exciting because I have chat on.
Yeah, she's been very cool. She's been in a lot of shows through the life of this.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah. So I will feel good to have someone on who can represent and kick me in the head. Oh, Troy, what's up?
Yeah, Black Mold is always spooky. I agree.
It's a dangerous thing.
Black Mold, Texas State. Next thing you know, just the kid folks say, hey, check this way. Say California, it's a place you better be. So load up the truck and then movies, swimming pools, movie stuff. So what the hell was I talking about? Oh, Anna.
Yes.
And another big one, Fabio Frizzi.
That is huge. He's such a great guy. You didn't see, Neal did an interview with him a few years ago. We just did an interview not very long ago. This guy is so wonderful to listen to. He's just such a pleasure to talk with. He's full of life. He's full of stories. And he's putting out his book. And he's going to come on and talk to us again.
Yeah,
which is
very cool. And he even said that he's very busy working on something, but he loves to come on and talk to me. And he had a big fan of it.
Yeah.
And we're fans of Fabio.
Absolutely. He's wicked. Really nice guy.
Sorrow too. I'm sorry, I forgot Sorrow lost. The band, the music of the month last
Oh,
week.
yes. The Sorrow got, there was some scheduled stuff, they got bumped out of spot for last
they're
month,
playing
so.
tonight, actually, in Boston. Yeah.
I music myself.
Yeah.
That's my vibe. The Tim Fife music of this month also my vibe. It's very Tim Fife stuff. It's part of the Fabio setup was because Tim Fife was
It's a good comment.
fan is not the right word.
Troy, yeah. Troy, I know you'll know. What is the Boogeyman? What's like the gist of the short story?
Yeah.
Find out.
We'll find out. We'll give you time to come back if you can. That would be awesome.
So what would you give it? Out of how many hits?
One. It gets one for technically good.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. It's like, I mean, I would never watch it again.
Never. I'd never recommend it, except for popcorn flick. And I don't want to hate on any people involved in the making of it, other than the people who tried to make money on it. Because that's all that it exists for.
Yeah,
That's the only reason it exists.
It's probably like they looked and found like a king story that they could get, and that has nothing to do with it. And boy, they really went out. The escalators were covered in Boogeyman.
Oh, at the theater, yeah.
Oh, I also saw. So we were at AMC. I saw on the way up that opening soon is the first Alamo Draft House in Boston.
Yes, so excited. I think it's going to be. Remember, I'm trying to find a place to play a game tonight. And with Boston, it's much harder to save a place. Like we're very fortunate right here right now. You kind of chased out. So eventually went down. It was like the middle of the night. There was a waterfront. I think it's going to be down by the waterfront. Maybe I'll get it. So when you brought up our Evil Dead Rise person, that is a movie that I compared and contrasted in my mind to the Boogeyman one, because it is a family with a single parent. I'm struggling making it happen. It's tragedy. And there is like a monster that's spindly, scary, haunting. No comparison. No comparison.
No.
Evil Dead Rise is such a superior film by far.
I really like all the Evil Dead movies.
Yeah, I do as well.
I probably, well, it depends what kind of mood I'm in as a movie, but I probably prefer.
The story is very short.
The story is very short. I figured it was because most of those from that. Every time I think of Boogeyman, I always think of the old 70s version. Yeah, I know that movie, but it's been a long time.
Evil Dead, great movies, entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
In all their own ways.
Yeah, so the first trilogy is very campy and crazy, fun. Then I thought it was smart with the remake to go different. It's also darkly comedic, campy, and overtly funny, I think. But I thought that was smart.
The one that was.
Yeah, I mean, they made that
scary.
one, yeah. And then the second one, I think they really played into the camp because they made the first one really thinking it was a really scary movie, and it is in its own way. But people also really took to they found it, a lot of it funny. And I think they really played into that for the second one. And then the third one. And the series, which I also love the series too. Yeah, Army of Darkness. It's great. If you like the original movies, it's very much that. And then so you can't recreate Ash. You can't like just have someone else play Ash. So with the remake, they went a different direction, which I think was smart. And then I thought this latest one, Rise, is very similar in tone to the remake.
So, all right, here we got plot summary. The story takes place in the office of Dr. Harper, a psychiatrist. Okay. Where a man named Lecter stalks the doctor about the murders of his 3 young children, which is so forgettable we didn't even get to talk about it. It's around the events of the past several years.
And real quick, Lester's barely in the movie.
Yeah.
And that, I actually was one of the reasons I'm looking forward to because I like that actor. He plays Polka Dot Man in the actually in a lot of stuff come out, but he plays Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad, the second Suicide, not the first one, which is terrible. The second one, which is awesome, and he's amazing in that movie.
I think she's got it too. Pushing because
They
kids
did
have
it for like
died
a
in
scene.
mysterious deaths. 3 kids over some music top. And there's a twist. I like Troy's good. Yeah. Years, which we didn't hear. His first 2 children died as soon as they were causes, diagnosis, and critical emotions, respectively. And left alone. But the only commonality was that Bonnie started to make I'm a closet dark, discovering corpses, even though Lester is certainly approximately a year. What is going on over here, sir?
I was popping up Troy's thing, but I hit it twice.
Yeah, apparently a year after the second child's death, Lester's wife Rita became pregnant. So see, they could have had all this in there. They could have had all this whole Lester backstory actually exists.
Especially when they made a feature out of a short.
Yeah. So Rita became pregnant with their son Andy, and subsequently moved to a different neighborhood, far from the old one. Your past incident with Andy City, master bedrooms, Lester and Megan. Lester believes that the monster eventually tracked his finger down, throwing in the house, slithering around at night.
It's really weird because Lester's barely in the movie and he's like the whole story.
Yes, like even like there's a whole. This is just the Wikipedia post. It's like Lester. Yeah, the whole thing is Lester.
The movie's almost like a sequel to the short story.
Oh, actually. This is so different. There's no family. The family that we just saw a story about doesn't exist. This is all about Lester going to the therapist and talking about what happened to his family, which is not the same as what happened to the characters in the story either. So it's so crazy.
Yeah, Troy said there's only 2 characters in the short story. It must be Lester and the psychiatrist.
Yeah, and then but you could have shown stuff that happened to
totally
the
fleshed
family
it out.
members, and what a shame. That's the story.
Because they don't really. I mean, Lester's story is basically told like almost in like real briefly. Like that's a very small part of the movie, really, and then it's kind of like backstory to the rest of the movie. So.
And then his wife shows up later.
Yeah. And
It's so bad. It's so bad. And that story sounds great.
Yeah.
And
then maybe
it has almost like when I'm reading that, I got kind of a vibe of like the Pet Cemetery creepiness, which I think is about the same time. The stories came out, and there's just this weird.
I mean, I need to find it, but very disappointing. I'll probably be even more disappointed in the movie after I read the short story.
Yeah, because it sounds. First of all, I just read that.
I have on my maiden dress.
So I don't know, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what else there is.
Is it my work?
No, just that.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely Evil Dead Rise, great effects. It's kind of cool. It's very. There's a lot of similarities to the first story, but instead of the woods, it's in a building. But there's even parallels where instead of vines, there's stuff with the cables. Instead of the bridge disappearing, the elevator disappeared, or the stairs disappeared. Yeah. So I like that.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward. They did really well. People like it, so I'd like to see what happens after that. And the opening actually is really cool. The opening, which is sort of the end of what happened. Anyway, it's all right. Check it out. Very bloody, super bloody. And also, I don't want to spoil for people who haven't seen it, but the end is something really original to the Evil Dead franchise. And also, I want to say, even though there's full Deadites in the other Evil Dead, this one I think they made is probably the most fleshed out Deadite, the mom character. It's probably the best like villain actually of the Evil Dead character because usually they're all about Ash.
That's true.
So I thought that was interesting. Yeah.
Total different contrast. Similar vibe.
Yeah, Troy said there's an EC about which I see. Since I've been catching up on the King stuff, I see that a lot in a lot of the King books, a lot of EC comics.
Just say up above.
I enjoy the new Evil Dead. Yeah. Sounds like this is about faithful the King as Lawnmower Man.
Yep.
Yeah, that story's super short.
At least that has that.
Oh yeah, no, I mean that's a memorable movie. It's like I wouldn't say it's necessarily good, but it's like so whacked out, and original, and bizarre, and strange, goofy. I'd rather watch something like goofy. Just like,
Never, yeah.
no.
So yeah, as I was saying, let's keep dragging this out for
Yeah, we'll
eternity.
take off here. Evil Dead Rise is great by Facebook user.
Yeah, Facebook user. Sorry, we don't know when is the new sale. Oh,
Oh
let
yeah,
me
I'm
look.
looking forward to that.
I love sales.
That's actually one of my favorite King movies.
And that first is me and is incredible.
I know some people, well, not too many, most people acknowledge that. One of the best looking vampires ever. And it's actually, I'm interested in the new one because the book version is much different. So, what's really cool about Salem's Lot, I mean, it is the basic, it's kind of a basic vampire story, but it's like told in a very adult way. It's very curious. 2023, who knows?
April. Is missing.
So Fangoria is like a missing.
Oh, I thought you were in a car.
We don't know when it comes out. We'll find out. Well,
What's going on there?
we're at Jaho.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, Fangoria. And it's a very big article here. Let's see. So, all right. I'll just try. So we're talking about a modern adaptation of most of the novels where we start with cast with plenty of successful in the horror genre. Floating around in the ether at a time when more than its fair share of turkeys out of the house. What the hell is going on?
We saw a lot of trailers for it.
Yeah, none of which for some reason it's possible that Salem's Lot is no longer where it's still theatrical instead of being bumped in September or October. It almost certainly would be mentioned during WB's presentation of their films. Unless, of course, the powers that be didn't want to embarrass her by selling CinemaCon same film 2 years in a row. It's possible, but sending the film max times the spooky season most likely out here. It's also possible, or unlikely, that they buy the backdrop of the film or take stock in such given that the film has already received an FDA. That would seem extremely likely as also not entirely out of touch. Cast members back together for many months after the
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't know she was
people
upset.
said,
Yeah.
those issues might create a substantial delay in the sort of explaining why the needs on site sure that's perfectly reasonable explanation. Ongoing absence of emotion.
I know you're not saying
Silence feels to become a liability.
You gotta hear.
Probably get the mouth for God when the film views about the film block industrial complex, which can usually be found on maybe it's time WB gives me a update just so we can stop one.
Interesting.
From
What comes out? Hopefully it comes out in some form. I mean, I'm not against the streaming, but I would like to see it. I'd like to see it on the big screen though, because there's never been a Salem's Lot. The Salem's Lot 2, Return to Salem's Lot. I think that's crazy. That was probably seen in theaters. These other ones. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind waiting if it needs to take more time. If
Yeah,
they
yeah.
need more time to make it.
I'd rather that
that's
than
okay.
just throw it out there.
Take your time. If you need more time, I'd rather have the highest quality.
Yeah.
I can wait a few years.
What's going on? You
Rather
can see
see
that
them
one.
go out and get like, oh, this is
Yes.
what do you guys think? Wait.
Wait it out. I'm just warning people.
Just in case you scare them. Create themselves. There's bees inside.
Oh yeah. For people who don't know, it's an ad for some kind of Bailey's.
Great.
So they've got like coffee with cream, like.
They got the
it's very-
dirt. Apple cider version.
Well,
Shared that.
here we are, still attempting to pull more content out of our asses.
Right.
Thank you for helping us. Thanks for pulling that out of
Yeah.
our.
Blue with no.
Prompts, no prompts.
So I think this will be a fun way to do it. It's fun popping up the interacting with people while we're doing it. All right. So yeah. So we'll figure out about. I added Annabelle as I don't know. We'll figure out maybe we'll be able to get the streaming on other platforms here. Either way, it's on the group and YouTube. That's cool.
So, bye for now, guys. Have a great weekend, and we will see you soon. At least Thursday. Yeah, there won't be any.
Yeah, there actually probably will be a new different movie this week too. Another one that was recorded a while ago, but that will be for Terrifier 2, which actually probably good timing because they just announced Terrifier 3. So.
I wonder if we hypothesized about Terrifier.
I don't think so. I think it's fairly short, but that's okay. Yeah.
All right. So pay attention for that. Watch the group. There's also is a dinner and a movie page on Facebook.
Yeah, so give that a like.
Awesome. Pay attention.
Yeah. Oh, that's very nice. Joe says, love y'all.
Love you too. You got it. Thanks,
And
Pepe.
Pepe's a good dude.
Yeah.
Have fun and stay safe. Thank you.
You as well, guys.
Yeah. All right.
Take care of yourselves. This is Annabelle Lecter.
This is Nasty Neal.
This is dinner.
And a coffee. Or it actually probably would have been a coffee and a movie.
Coffees.
Coffee's in a movie. Whatever. You enjoy it. All right, we'll get out of here. Bye. Oh, and John Kelly here. Have a good night.
Hey,
Thank you,
Bye,
John.
John.
John is from Free Haunted Podcast. All right, we'll be out. Bye.
Bed and I can see it in the